as opposed to the entire cluster of the global markets. But that aside, for the last 2 days at least, you've seen a good bounce coming in from the Monday low, that of 14,320 thereabouts. Okay, the first rates on your screen. Let's revisit those and tell you what the Nifty action is like. On our radar, of course, is going to be Wipro, given that large deal wins have managed to drive the revenue growth forward for them, and the guidance has been much better and a commentary much better than what we saw from both Infosys as well as TCS. While TCS saw a good amount of rebound in trade yesterday, today perhaps it's going to be Infy's turn, given that it was a sulker in trade yesterday and fell by about almost 4% at the lows of the day on the futures. So let's see where these stocks are headed right now. It was expected to be a quiet start when it came to the pre-open rates. You also have Credit Suisse come out with a note on steel prices and talking about that even in FY22 they're going to continue to see price hikes. The bigger question, of course, is whether or not in the near term are steel stocks priced to perfection, while the longer term trajectory remains intact and definitely bullish. But what happens in the near term? Are we pegged for any correction or at least some consolidation on these names or not? Okay, Wipro holding up good 3.5%. That's some reprieve to see. That stock holding up and reacting positively to its numbers. 14,600 here on the Nifty, but I would say it's a very feeble start. It's not a very big bang solid start that you're seeing on the index. Early days yet, about a 0.3% uptick. Let's see how it materializes and flows through towards the end of the day. The picture could completely change in the latter part. The breadth has started off positive, and I think that is definitely a good sign. I want to see what Bharti is up to. Some commentary coming in from Sunil Mittal yesterday. So let's see whether the stock has done anything. And of course, this comes on the backdrop of that big corporate reject and the focus on digitization by Bharti. That stock is well in focus. Indus Tower holding up 2.25% right now. There's PI Industries, the AU Small Finance, and L&T Infotech 1.7% higher. Wipro, of course, is at the top of the pack, about a 3.5% uptick on the futures. On the flip side, there's Glenmark, but remember, this was a big mover in trade yesterday. The tilt of late has been in favor of pharmaceuticals, so that's taking a bit of a breather today, 1.25% lower. Apollo Tyres, BEL, ONGC and Idea are your laggards clearly this morning. The other actively traded stocks, at least to begin the day, are ICICI Bank, although the stock has started off absolutely flat. Trent, which is seeing marginal greens, and then there is M&M, which is holding up at 800 plus levels, about a 0.4% uptick there. Asian Paints has made a solid start, 1.25% higher over here. Aarti Industries, ACC, Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, the Adani names definitely a laggard, and Ambuja Cement holds higher after that big correction that took place in the entire cement basket in trade yesterday. Like I said, the good thing is that the breadth has opened positively. We've got 104 F&O stocks standing to the advances as we speak. Oh, by the way, Mindtree also came out with its numbers. The year-on-year revenue growth is likely to turn positive. That is what we're expecting from Mindtree. Credit Suisse, they're bullish on NMDC. They put the target price at $186 per share. So let's see where that stock heads. So